Hey Tyler, guess what? Guess what, Tyler?
What?
It's time for a new episode!
I don't want to go away.
Oh, come on, please be in it.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
Stop it.
Please.
Look, I do
Please.
not like you. Go away.
No, please.
I want to eat my cereal.
Please.
Go away.
Please.
No.
I'll give you a Danish.
No.
It's the Tyler and Bren Show! Starring me! Yeah, and me too.
Good evening and welcome to the Tyler and Bren Show. I'm not Tyler.
I'm not Bren.
And so logically that means I'm Bren and he's Tyler. And I'm sure y'all would have figured that out at some point. So, I have something kind of interesting to talk about. In the last episode, there was a little scene where I recorded Tyler doing his live stream, so everybody can know what he looks like when he's doing the live stream. You know, everybody can see how stupid he looks. And it turned out the live stream didn't save. So anyone who watched that glorious live stream, they can never watch it again, except for this one little bit.
Oh yeah, so go watch it. It's amazing.
It is amazing. And so that makes the last episode historically noteworthy.
Tyler in his natural habitat.
That's right.
With his coffee cup and everything.
Yep. And all you need of that is just 1 minute and you get the gist of it. See, he forgot to, I think he forgot to save it or something like that.
Yeah, Twitch says you have to go into the settings for it to automatically save. Even then, it only keeps it for 7 days.
Wait, you mean like the cartoon character?
What?
Isn't there a cartoon character called Twitch?
No.
Yeah, it was like some show. It was called like Leah and Twitch. And it was like she had like a bear thing that like walked or whatever.
That's called Lilo and Stitch, you uncultured swine.
Lilo and Stitch. Okay. Okay. So. Oh. Okay. So it's not a cartoon character. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I thought the cartoon character was telling it. Well, never mind. Go on.
Either way, you should go watch it. It's great.
Yeah, and yeah, historically noteworthy, and it'll forever go down in history. It'll be preserved in the halls of Congress one day, and it'll be great.
Oh yeah, guarded by lasers and everything.
Yeah. See, that's the obstacle we've had to run into, you know, security and all that whenever we're out in public.
That's the only thing we got to worry about with technical difficulties.
Oh yeah. This show has a long-standing tradition of technical difficulties.
Which is why it's hard to get.
And I think it kind of appears that lately maybe it's not really technical difficulties, it's actually user error. So we come on here, we trash Film Force and Twitch, when really Film Force and Twitch should be trashing us. Really. Like Film Force puts out this statement that says, Tyler and Bren are idiots.
And it's weird because I went to college for 6 years for computer stuff, but I have nothing to show for it.
It's almost as long as Tommy Boy wants to call it. Remember that? It's like, wow, just a shade under a decade, too. Did you hear I finally graduated? Yeah, just a shade under a decade. Hey, a lot of people go to college for 7 years. I know. They're called doctors.
Well, heck, I should have just added an extra year and did that.
Then doctor?
Yes.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
I know what I'm doing. I'm smart.
Okay, so let me give you this test. If you're sick, no, not if you're sick. If someone is sick, alright, so let's say you're in your doctor's office.
Okay.
And a patient comes in and he says, what do?
You evaluate them.
What the heck does that even mean? Wrong. You're supposed to see if they're sick or not.
That's what that means, you idiot.
Oh. Dang it.
See,
Okay.
I passed.
Okay, what's the second thing you do?
Run the test results.
What, like around the building? Like running around the building?
Yes, absolutely. You exercise with it. Exercise precaution.
Alright, so let's say you gotta do open heart surgery. What's the first step?
Put the patient to sleep with a hammer.
Dang it, you got that one too. Alright, so how do you get to the heart on the inside? How do you get to the heart on the inside? Dang it! See, you're a quack. You don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know how to get to the heart.
Think you left at Albuquerque?
See, this is why he's a failure and will never, ever perform surgery. See, if he performs surgery on you, you're dead. It'd be like they're all, like, they got you sedated, they got you cut open, he gets his knife and he cuts you open, opens you, and they're doing the surgery, and it's really quiet and intense, and then suddenly in the distance, you can hear an ice cream truck going down the road. Tyler just jumps out the window and runs after and abandons you.
Do you really think I would do that?
Well, yes.
Huh.
So that's why the world was saved by Tyler failing college. Granted, he didn't actually try to be a doctor, but he's still a failure. And the world was saved by him not really doing anything.
Wow, what a great story. You got any more?
Yeah, we got a whole more show's worth.
Oh, God. So screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, the world is screwed because Tyler went to college. So, so I guess we need to put out an announcement for every university. If you want to save the world, do not let this guy in.
Okay. You can have it. You're right. You can have it. I guess I just wasted all those 6 years.
Well, admitting the problem is the first step to recovery.
Recovery from what?
I don't know. I think, isn't your teacher still, like, in a straitjacket somewhere?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I visit him once a week.
And that's why he's still in there. He's like Chief Inspector Dreyfus from the Pink Panther movie. Every time he hears your name, he like goes crazy and wants to kill you. Kill him!
Wow.
It's like he breaks out and he's like making assassination attempts. Like you go home and like you hired a guy to attack you at random times. You hired me to attack you at random times to keep your senses sharp, and it's like he's trying to kill you, I'm trying to attack you, and it just makes a big mess. You ever notice how Pluto's house gets blown up in every movie?
Yes.
Not really the first one, but all the others, his house gets blown up in every movie. He's so stupid, and it's just like, everybody puts so much effort to try to kill him, but he's so stupid.
Too stupid to die.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the only reason I can figure, because one time Tyler barrel rolled his car, and the only way I can figure him surviving is just that he's too stupid to know that he's dead. Kind of like the story of that headless chicken, you know?
Huh?
Yeah, it's kind of like, cut the head off a chicken once, and the chicken was so stupid I didn't know it was dead. You know how, like, whenever someone beheads a chicken, it's like the chicken, like, still tries to fly away and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like, it just wouldn't die. So it ended up in carnivals and stuff. And people would, like, see the headless chicken. It died one day because it choked to death on a piece of corn or something.
Nice.
My dad told me that story.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Maybe it's an urban legend, I don't know.
Probably is.
Or it could be a rural legend. Why do they call them urban legends? Why is the sky blue? Why does the water reflect the sky? Why are rocks hard? What's the meaning of...
No. You're killing me. Your questions are too, what's the word? Questioning.
Oh. Thanks. You're welcome. Well, on that note, we will go to something else. We'll go to something educational.
Way more interesting.
Yeah. You are the worst actor I've ever worked with. You are so stupid, you butt face.
You're the only one of you've ever worked with.
The Tyler and Bren Show is a very well-known YouTube channel.
Shut up, don't talk.
Tyler and Bren are the greatest duo who's ever lived. Tonight we will look at their story, their show, and what makes them so great. So Tyler, do you remember when you first met Bren? What was your first impression of him?
I don't remember back that far.
You mean you have absolutely no memory of...
No, go away. I don't like you.
See, when I first saw Tyler, I was in the 10th grade and we were in the lunchroom at school. And I heard this guy behind me. And he kept going on about how he wanted to sing that AC/DC song Thunderstruck in a karaoke. And you know, he was trying to sing it, but he was just terrible. He made a total complete fool of himself. And I turned around and I saw this doofus, you know, he had blonde hair and all that. And I took one look at him, and I realized that I was in the presence of the biggest idiot who had ever lived. And I thought to myself, you know, I could exploit this guy, and I could use him as a stepping stone for my purposes. And that's where it all started. I questioned Tyler's father about his upbringing. Could you tell us some about your son's upbringing?
I've already told everybody that's not my child. I don't know why anybody sees any kind of resemblance. But ever since I met that child, I knew there was something wrong with him.
Hey, Tex. The warden wants to see you. Shortly after graduating high school, Tyler and Bren were both exiled from the United States. They ended up in the red light district of Kendal, England, the roughest city in the world. Oh yeah, we almost died every day. It was awesome.
Kind of a thrill, though.
Yeah, we came out as the toughest people in town, though.
I got the scars to prove it, buddy.
Yeah, we got scars and stuff. It was awesome. They soon landed a residency at a local nightclub. The atmosphere, as Bren described it, was rowdy. We used to get glass bottles thrown at us when we weren't funny. And that's how we learned to be funny. You know, it's like, we told jokes that weren't funny, we got glass bottles thrown at us. We told jokes that were funny, we didn't get glass bottles thrown at us. That's how we learned. The particular thing that made Tyler and Bren so noteworthy was a tendency to burn the stage down everywhere they played. See, there was this one night whenever we were playing, there was a bucket of gasoline that somebody had left, and so I thought it would be kind of cool if I were to do like the Jerry Lee Lewis thing, you know, how he caught the piano on fire. Well, we just did that to the whole stage. The crowd was a riot. It was great. See, there was actually this other comedian that was supposed to go on after us, but after we burnt the stage to the ground, he refused to go out. He knew he couldn't top us.
How the heck was I supposed to go out on stage after then? The stage was on fire!
In those early days, there was actually a third member of their group. His name was Frogmouth Calhoun. Joe Paul, a beatnik poet, was another man who knew them. Joe Paul, you knew Tyler and Bren during the early days.
This is all I ever get asked, ever. I have a career of my own, you know.
They soon became the biggest thing in Kendal, England. However, the success was short-lived. Tyler and Bren were actually deported from the UK. What was the reason for being deported from the UK? Arson, I think. So Tyler and Bren became stowaways on a ship, and they sneaked their way back into the United States. Shortly after arriving back home, they soon caught the attention of Leif Erikson, a homeless talent hustler well known to the police and feared among his peers. Well, you see, Leaf's an interesting guy, but, it's not really so much that he discovered us as much as we discovered him. See, Tyler and I, we had some compromising information on him, and we were able to use that as leverage to get him to introduce us to the owner of YouTube. One day, Leaf Erickson walked in my office with these 3 ugly kids, and I never wanted to see them again. I told them to get out of my office.
So we found out that the owner of YouTube was involved in a auto theft racket. So we told him if he let us on YouTube, we wouldn't tell him.
Even though you're telling us on camera right now.
Wait, what?
So a deal was reached. However, the owner of YouTube still had reservations about Frogmouth Calhoun. I'll tell them, I don't care what you say. I don't care. I want Frogmouth Calhoun off the show. I hate everything about him. So I told him, kick him out or no show at all. Tyler and Bren will now face one of the hardest decisions of their careers. Have you ever felt sorry about the sacking of Frogmouth Calhoun? Yeah, sure. Aren't you going to ask us another question? The Tyler and Bren show was an astounding success from the beginning. There have been many comparisons between the two of you with other duos throughout history, such as Wayne and Garth, Tim Conway and Harvey Korman, Peter Cook and Dudley Moore. And my question to you is, what are your thoughts on the comparisons?
I don't even know who any of those people are.
This is the Golden Gum Scraper. It was bestowed upon me by a very good friend, and we make it a point to include it somewhere in each episode. The filming of the Tyler and Bren show is often described as being a very enjoyable experience for everyone involved. I hate you!
I hate you too!
You want to go?
Yes, let's go!
Yeah, alright. Oh, you're not my friend! 5, 4. I now interview the man who funded the Tyler and Bren show, Mr. John Varman.
It was a bad investment. I lost all of my money and had to liquidate everything.
But the Tyler and Bren show was a huge success.
The what?
The Tyler and Bren show. You invested in it. You gave them money.
No, I invested in a blender company. That went bankrupt. There were these 2 guys. One was tall with blonde hair, and there was something wrong with him. And another guy, he was short, fat, had messy hair, and was kind of sleazy.
Are these the 2 right here?
Yeah. Those are the guys from the blender company.
No, they have a YouTube channel.
Why did they say they were from a blender company? They called me back a month later saying it went bankrupt. Where the heck is my money?
What do you believe is the social impact of the Tyler and Bren show? Well, ever since the release of the Tyler and Bren show, the morale of society has dropped significantly. Children are no longer interested in their studies. The families have broken down much more than ever before. And I believe that there must be legislation preventing further releases of these shows. So the Tyler and Bren show is a great, influential, and, forget it, they were terrible people. Good evening. I have with me today Mr. Sean Tyler, a man who's very famous at the moment. Mr. Tyler, welcome.
How are you?
Good, good. So, you're, how you doing?
We're doing just fine.
Okay, I totally stumbled there for a second.
Oh.
Alright. 5, 4, 3. Good evening. I have with me in the studio tonight Mr. Sean Tyler, a man who's very famous at the moment. Sean Tyler, welcome.
Thank you.
And how are you doing this evening?
We are fine. How about yourself?
We are fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Me, myself, and I.
Okay. I was about to say. Oh, no. But anyway. So, you're the most famous Frenchman in the world at the moment.
Yes, yes, I am.
You don't sound like you're French.
But I am.
Well, in a recent interview, you were talking about how the French accent is the greatest accent in the world, and you kind of look down on people who don't have it.
Yes, yes, I do.
Well, in other news, your claim to fame is that you have the darkest shade of black hair of anyone in the entire world.
Yes, yes.
Your hair doesn't look black.
It is.
It really doesn't look black at all. Did you dye it recently?
Yes.
Well, you created quite a bit of controversy lately for your statements that people who dye their hair are idiots and don't deserve life.
Yes.
Well, so I understand that you're also a record producer.
Yes.
What kind of music do you produce?
French classical.
I thought you said that you hated that kind of music.
No.
Well, you were on well, never mind. You lie about absolutely everything.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How many fingers am I holding up?
4.
You didn't count this one.
Oh.
Well, I have with me Mr. Sean Tyler, the biggest liar in the world. Good night. And that was this edition of the Tyler and Bren Show.
Wow, he is so exhausting to work with.
Yeah, it was the greatest show in the world. By the way, that was Tyler's dad that was there in the end.
Oh yeah, so great. He's been one of our biggest supporters this whole time.
We actually got him to be in it.
And he always thought I was a complete loser.
Still does.
Maybe that's why he only had one kid. He didn't want to make the same mistake twice.
Yeah.
But
that's the camera doing. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I'm a little off the edge of the screen, but you know, we gotta make room in the screen for Tyler sometimes, you know.
I only have one Danish this week, so shut up.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It was like the biggest Danish ever made, and it was like 5 miles long. Took him a whole week, but he finally got it all eaten. Well, that's we'll conclude this week's edition of the show, and good night.
Absolutely. Enjoy.
No.
There we go.